Hello everyone. Today's day 67. Uh, I'm going to tell you about a trip that I made. I don't know, there's so much problem going on here. I think the mayor of London must have jinxed it because he couldn't celebrate Eid in a full swing, so he tried to stop Christmas. It could happen. He may have stopped it. And this new virus, what new virus? What are they talking about now? So very rubbish, I think. Anyway, my father's ashes had to be floated into the sea. I don't know why my mother had this superstition about mother was alive and I was broke, but I flew to Kerala and all four of us were there, four of his children. So we decided to go to Rameshwaram with his ash, which was buried under a tree, Chembagam. I don't know what it was. Anyway, that was the tree, it seems, and we dug it out and all muddy and everything, worms on it, but the cover was still intact. Put it in a bag and my sister carried it with a child as well. And we took the train from Kannur and had to change train from Coimbatore. So after reaching Coimbatore, after how many hours of travel in the train, we were seated in third class because I couldn't afford it. I was broke that time. It was early, before my mother came here also. Anyway, and when we reached Coimbatore, we got this nice smell of coffee and we ate that. Everything was bought by my sister, but she was in Dubai, working in Dubai at that time. Plenty of money. But then from Coimbatore, my youngest brother met one of his rich friends, but nothing happened there. Anyway, we changed train and we were traveling nicely until we reached one of the stations which was going to Rameshwaram. And from there, a lot of prayer people jumped the train. Some were hanging on the train and it had to cross a bridge. And it crossed the bridge and we were sitting literally on the toilet floor. Can you imagine the dirty toilet floor? The smell was coming from there and all that. We were sitting just by the door. Our legs were tangled with my brothers, three of us brothers were sitting on the floor and it went, I think it took a long time to reach there. I can't remember how long it was, but to cut the story a bit shorter, when it came to these guys, they jumped in and they got into the second class as well, and they were sitting on the floor in the second class. My mother and the sister, they had to put their leg on top, cushioned seats, but all these guys and ladies jumped in. We reached Rameshwaram. There was this big temple. We went to see sightseeing, and you could see the big stones which Sree Raman had thrown into the sea with the monkeys, it seems, long time ago. But we could see a line of bridge crossing across to Sri Lanka. We could see the line of Sri Lanka, Ceylon or Sri Lanka, what I call, but we couldn't see the place properly. But I do wish I had a trip to Sri Lanka to see that what was true, this palace and all this, what a giant who lived there and all that, with the 10 heads. I would like to go and see the place. Anyway, and in the sea, the next day morning, we were sleeping on the floor in a room. There was no bed. We hired a room, stayed there, brushed our teeth in the morning, and we had to go and bathe in a pool, bathing pool. There was not, and that pool was filled with fish. Keep your feet in the water, the fish come and eat all the dirt from your feet. It was nice. It was tickly, but it was nice. Then we went and got one of these guys. All these guys are money-making people. Some puja on this thing, and we had to go around the fire or something, about three times, and not throw this thing urn away at that time. We had to go in the sea, about 3/4 of our neck in the sea, in the water, and I had to throw this urn backwards and not look back, and then dive in. The sea was very rough. The stones and all was so much there that I got hurt treading on them stones. There were so many stones. And they say it was Sree Raman and the monkeys threw it. If you want to believe that. Anyway, such a big rocks, I can't imagine anyone lifting them and throwing it. It was in there. Okay, I agree with that. The time was getting late, and I think we spent another night there and to see the place and all. The temple itself was huge. It was like dug into a mountain, and there were 4 corridors, and all systematic and nicely built. And from one end you could see the other side in the sea. The others are elsewhere. But it was a nice place. If you want to go for a holiday, I suppose it's a nice place to go. But the sea is very rough, I'm sure. We bathed in the sea for a bit, but the undercurrent was so much, it was pulling us back. So we didn't go any further into the sea. And we came out and had a wash in the clean sweet water, take all the salt away, went and changed into our clothes and got our things and went back to Kannur the same way as we came. We had to stop in Coimbatore for about 3-4 hours, and we ate the food from Coimbatore. No stomach upsets, and they were very good at that kind of thing. But we managed to get back home, and then after a few days, all these rituals went on, and then my brother and myself, we flew back to UK. Everyone went into their separate ways. And that was that. That was a trip to remember. Now I'll talk to you about another trip which I took to go to Goa. I came via Bombay. Anyway, I'll talk to you about that tomorrow. Hope everyone is safe. Stay safe. Wear a mask even if you have a vaccine. But be sure you stay safe at home. And the best thing is avoid all this extra COVID that is hanging around. So stay safe. I believe Kent is full of it. God knows who spread that rumor. The people in Kent, stay safe. Don't go out. You can order the stuff from the supermarket. It's the best thing. Bye for now. And the magic word, subscribe for me. If you have already have done, thank you. And thank you to the, East African EAMM. Thank you to them as well. Because of them, the viewers of my video has increased. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now. See you tomorrow.